Audacy Beach Festival.
It's Kevin Kenny, and we're in Fort Lauderdale Beach, Florida for the Audacy Beach Festival. I believe this is the first ever Audacy Beach Festival with the one and only Willow.
Yay! I'm so happy to be here.
You just got off stage.
I did.
And this is kind of like a fun little backstage, like behind-the-scenes factoid. You wanted to do the interview slightly earlier because you wanted to catch somebody's set.
Yeah,
Who is this?
my girl Biba Doobie. She's just amazing. I was like, I really need to get to see her.
You're such a fan. You're such an eclectic music fan because if you listen to your record and the music you put out, you wouldn't maybe necessarily think you'd be a big Biba fan, but
I mean, she gives you the moody, she gives you the guitar riffs, she also gives you that, like, there's the harmony there is not what you would normally hear in the kind of music that she makes.
Right.
And I just love those, like, different choices. So she definitely does that. Yeah.
I want to give you your flowers on camera while you're here in Florida with us because you stopped by the radio show right when the music was coming out. I think I don't think the album was out yet. I think you were teasing the album and Transparent Soul was the single. And you deserve your flowers because I think alternative and pop punk and punk music, it's such like a judgy scene, you know?
I feel you.
And there's so many like, quote unquote gatekeepers and, you had success in other realms, coming into it.
Totally.
And you didn't really have maybe necessarily a track record in it and you still chose to do it. And you didn't have to do it. You could make music that maybe you wouldn't get so many critics about.
Totally.
And then you put out this project and not only did you do it and you fought the criticism, but it was fantastic. And it's probably in this renaissance of pop punk music that we're seeing right now, one of those stronger projects and one of the more unique projects.
Thank you so much. I just feel like the whole gatekeeping energy just needs to stop because art is art.
It's lame.
And I feel like it's, if it's not your preference, then it's not your preference. But I feel like we should allow, whoever anyone is, no matter where they come from, to express themselves through these certain genres, however they please. And if they're bringing quality and bringing emotion and bringing their heart to it, I feel like that's what really matters.
Totally. Well, and also it would have been so easy for you to just make like a Xerox of like what's going on everywhere else in the pop punk revival. You had a very interesting, like we've talked about, like the neo soul influence and even
100%.
like I think when we talked, I cited the Queen of the Damned soundtrack.
Yes.
And it's like, but like no one else is making that sound, and that's what's cool about how unique it is. And then also I wanted to ask you about this kind of interesting renaissance for Meet Me at Our Spot.
Mm-hmm.
What has this been like for you? Because the version that went crazy was this live version, I believe, from your Facebook show. And of course, the original was streaming well too, but the live version went absolutely insane, and we rarely see that in the world of music. So what was that like for you?
It was surprising. I was like, wow, okay. It kind of threw me off at first because I was like, there was no like 1 + 1 = 2 there for me. You know what I mean? So I was like, wow, this is really awesome. I feel like my theory is that giving people a visual to that song just pushed it over the edge because they were already feeling it and the vibe was brewing.
Right.
But I feel like seeing us actually like under the underpass and in that like beautiful area was just the one little thing it needed for people to really visualize it in their mind and be like, I really, really love this song.
Totally. Well, you're always so hands-on and passionate about like your music and how it sounds and what you're saying and what you're doing on it. Was there any takeaways from like an engineering standpoint of like because your vocal is like a little bit differently mixed on the live version?
Totally.
Did you see that response? You go, maybe I'm gonna like add something different on the next record.
I mean, when I'm singing, I never sing a song the same way twice, especially when I'm singing it live.
Right.
And that's kind of one of my favorite things about just performing live in general. So I feel like those little inflections and those artifacts kind of, again, just gave people a different perspective, and it kind of unfolds like the musicality of the song even more to where it's just that slightly different, and it just gives you a different taste, and you're just like, I just love it even more.
Oh, totally. I got to ask you before we let you go about your buddy Avril. You did Grow with Avril.
Yeah.
And so funny, Avril was recently on the show, and she was just speaking your praises and going off on how fun that experience was. What was it like for you working on both the video and the song?
I was honestly really, really nervous. I was like, oh my goodness, I feel like she's gonna be like, damn, like you just got into this. Like I'm pop punk royalty. Like, ugh. But she was just so down to earth and so chill. And like I honestly just felt like I could just go to her house and just hang out and just be like, and I didn't expect it to be like that. Like I was just like, yo, like, do you need anything? I'm talking to my people. Like, like, is she gonna need anything when she gets here? Like, how am I gonna, you know what I mean? Because I'm trying to be as respectful as I possibly can. But she was just the absolute best. I really love Avril.
Are you thinking at all about where you want to take the music in terms of, now that the record's out and it's been so well received and Transparent Soul, one of the biggest alt songs of the year? What do you think you want to do next?
I mean, I've just been really focusing on refining my musicianship and just like going really deeper into, because one of the really beautiful things about people like Avril is that because she's been in her lane for so long, the efficiency and proficiency that she brings to this specific genre is on such a level, and I just want to get that in general with just like playing the guitar and my voice and just figuring that out even deeper.
Yeah.
And you know, I've been playing the 7-string a lot. You know,
Really?
I've been chugging away. So, you know, who knows?
Maybe a
Who
heavier
knows?
sound, maybe a little darker vibe.
Man, I think so.
That'd be really cool.
I've been chugging away a lot.
Have you and Kenny, I mean, Kenny we love here at Audacy, and he was in the video, of course.
100%.
Would you guys ever work together? Have you worked together? Is there anything
Yeah,
music-wise?
I mean, we've definitely jammed. We've totally gotten in the studio and jammed, and I feel like the vibe is 100% there.
Yeah.
I would be so honored
Yeah.
to do a project or a song with him. I feel like our voices would just meld really well.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Awesome. Willow, everybody.
Thank you so much.